gonna change. You can tell me though. You just saying it though. Give me the scripture.
The Council of Nicaea, 326.
But did you know those Israelites? That's right. Did you know those black people?
Bring it out, boy.
Did you know that?
Nicaea was Catholic whites.
No. White people said they was on the bottom in it during that time.
That's right.
That's what you gotta realize.
Right.
Black people ruled Europe for 1,000 years. During that time, you had to follow Rome. You had to follow Rome. So the Council of Nicaea was wicked of our own people.
That's right.
That's the Council of Nicaea that was going against the Bible. That's why the Lord came and had us taken from Europe and West Coast of Africa and slave ships over here because we were wicked as hell. What's going on, bro? So you got a question for us?
Why we went into slavery?
So why we went to slavery, right?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy.
Bring it out.
So we were given a certain laws and commandments, right? If you broke those commandments, we would be cursed. If you kept them, it's gonna be blessed.
Right.
So now my question to you is, in any neighborhood in the cities, are we in the worst areas or our best areas?
Angela and Frida, right?
Okay,
Most part being the worst there.
Okay, so that would be a curse, right?
Yeah.
All right, before we go there, let me deal with them real quick. Angela and Frida? Okay, if I may ask a little one here real quick. Yo, what does Christ look like? Do y'all know? You don't know what he looks like. So we say this is Christ? Yes? Why him and not him? He looks like you, right? But why him? All right, Revelation 1:1 real quick. We're going to show you what Christ really looks like according to the Bible. Not what they gave us in these churches or on the internet when you look up Jesus Christ and give you a white man, right? We're going to see what the Bible says, though. You let the Bible speak. Read that, verse 1.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So the revelation. What is the root word of revelation? To reveal. To reveal, right? To show where people have been lost. What's been lost according to this Bible, right? Go to verse 14, read that.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So, right now, y'all know baseball, we strike you out, right? You're gonna play a little game, all right? So right now it says his head, the hair on his head and the hair on his face was white like wool, right?
Right.
So which one of these have white woolly hair on the head and on the face? Strike one, right? Okay, strike one. Keep reading.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So his eyes are as a flame of fire. Y'all know his first miracle was turning water into wine, correct? Right, at the wedding. So in Genesis 49, it was prophesied that he'll be walking the earth with red eyes because he drank a lot of wine. But in modification, he wasn't drinking to get drunk, though, okay? You should get understood. Keep reading.
And his feet like fine brass.
Now, his feet like fine brass. So I can see your legs, your ankles, your legs, right? They're the same as the rest of your body, correct? So that's as his feet like in fine brass. What color is brass? Brown, right? Okay. Great, brown. Keep reading.
As if they burn in a furnace.
Now once you burn that brass, what color does it turn to? Say it loud. That's right, black. So which one of these has that image in the Bible? This one's there, you sure? Now remember, earlier it says hair like white woolly hair. Does this have white woolly hair or this one have white woolly hair? Which one? Yeah, come here, come point that to me. This one has white woolly hair? Think about it. White woolly hair or white woolly hair? That one, exactly. Now, it said his feet was as brass, right? Brass is the color of brown. Now, once you put fire to that brass, it turns very dark, right? It turns black. So if his feet was black, wouldn't that make his face black? His legs black? Like your legs are black, your arms, and your face, right? So it's the same color. So this would be Christ according to the Bible.
That's right.
Okay? So which one is Christ? All praises.
Let me ask you
All praises.
So, y'all see what we doing? What's your name again? Angela. And Frida. What's your Aaliyah? Riley. Y'all see what we doing? We out here. The scriptures say we repairing the decayed state of our people because this is what they gave us. But is this correct? You see what I'm saying? According to we all know that. According to the Bible, Christ is a so-called black man, right?
That's right.
You know. It says in the Bible, Revelation 1:14. We always knew that. So what is this? You know, where did this come from? The white man, right? So I'm gonna tell you it's something real deep. When you think about, do y'all go to church? Go to church, right? This who established the churches. You know what I'm saying? But why I say that? I say that because we couldn't read or write. You know, what we did follow, the God that we did follow, it was taken from us. We were stripped of it, and this was beat into us. So we had these pictures right here to illustrate what we're talking about. This happened. Come on, hold the sign real quick. This happened right here. So when you think about Christianity, this is Christianity. They had to do this to you to enslave you. Christianity, they came with the cross when they came in, and they whipped us, we had to submit to this. But we never knew this, so we had to submit this. We knew this. We always knew we are the Jews that the Bible speak about. When you read the Bible, you read about your forefathers and your foremothers. Word. When you read about Solomon, give me Song of Solomon 1 and 5. Let me show you this. Song of Solomon 1 and 5. So when you read about all the prophets in the Bible, they were all black people. That's right. And wasn't nobody in this book white.
That's right. That's right.
So read that. Because we got to edify our people today. Because we've been misled. Read that.
The book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black.
Ho. Read that again.
I am black, but comely.
Do you know who you know Christ came from King Solomon, right? King Solomon came from King David. Give me that in 2 Samuel 7. And to start with 13. I'm gonna show you something. Because they didn't want us to know who we were.
That's right.
They didn't want us to know that we are the people of the book.
That's right.
So they gave us this. This is not in the Bible. But so let me ask you this. So we know that y'all know that Christ is a black man, according to the Bible, right? Do we need to read it? We don't need to read, right? So y'all know, without a shadow of a doubt, the Bible says he's a black man. His skin was like brass that burned in the furnace. So this is Christianity. Caesar Borgia. This was a man that actually walked the earth, and this is Leonardo da Vinci painted this picture of Christ because what you realize is black people ruled Europe for thousands of years.
That's right.
Okay, so what happened was the so-called white man came in and conquered us. They conquered us. When they conquered us, they painted Caesar Borgia. He was the son of Alexander the Sixth of Rome. And so this is his son. So they painted his picture, Leonardo da Vinci painted his picture as Christ. And then when they came over here and conquered us, because they had a plan. Because we were ruling in Spain, England, they came and got us on the west coast of Africa, Russia. When they came, they had a plan of conquering us and bringing us over here. So they beat this into us. So now we are product of what happened to us, and the Lord is restoring us. The Lord is restoring us because truth is coming out, and we're finding out who we are according to the Bible. We are the people of the book.
That's right.
So read that. Let's read that.
Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 13. He shall build an house for my name, and I establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
This is going to King David. He's talking about Christ. Christ came out of the lineage of King David, and then out of King David you had King Solomon. So let's go back to Song of Solomon. So what I'm trying to show you is that that was the forefather of Christ, King Solomon. Read that again.
The Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black, but comely.
I am black but comely. You know what that means, comely? He said, I am black but comely. You know what comely means? It means beautiful. This is King Solomon. This is the richest and the wisest king that ever walked the earth. What did he say? Read from the top again.
I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
So he's speaking to his people. Go to Job 30:30. So anytime you go in this book, it's speaking about your people. That's what we have to get in our mind. That this is not talking about all people. Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30. My skin is black upon me.
Oh, what did the prophet Job say?
My skin is black upon me.
He said, my skin is black upon me. So did y'all know that these were people of color in this book? And if you didn't know, why didn't you know that?
Right. Because they didn't teach it.
You see what I'm saying? But why didn't they teach it to us? Because give me Deuteronomy 28. I'm gonna show you why they didn't teach it to us. Because they had to keep you in an enslaved state of mind.
Right.
You can't enslave a people. You can't enslave a people and they know that they're the children of God. So you gotta take all that history from them. Read that Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So hold that and go to Deuteronomy 1:1. So this is Moses speaking to the children of Israel. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I know y'all gotta go. I know. But I just want to leave y'all with this message though. I want y'all to know that y'all are the children of Israel. That God is your God. So I'm gonna show you a scripture where God is the God of the Israelites and He is the God of the other nations. That's right. Do you believe that? Do you believe that God is not the God of all people, like the so-called East Indian man, the Arab man, the so-called African man? Because you're not African, you're Israelites. That's right. You're the Jews that the Bible speaks of. Okay? So if I told you, would you believe that God's not the God of all people? And I can read that to you out of the Bible. Would you believe that though? If I bring it up to you out of the Bible. So you question it. You want to see it in the Bible, right? Let me show who you are. Just give me those few minutes to show you who you are according to the Bible. Then I'm gonna show you that He's only your God. Can you give me those? Give me 5-10 minutes, and I'll be done. 5 minutes. Okay, read that. Let's go quick for the sister.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Who Moses speaking to?
All Israel.
So I went there to show you. 1:1 shows you who Moses speaking to, right? Okay, now go 28:15. Watch this. What's your name, bro? What's your name? Jay. So we showing what we showing the sisters are who we are according to the Bible. Okay? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Who Moses speaking to, y'all? Israelites. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
He's speaking to the Israelites. He said, if you do not hearken, meaning listen unto the voice of the Lord your God. So Moses, the middleman between the Lord and the Israelites. What did he say?
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all His commandments and His statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Moses told them, if you didn't listen to the voice of the Lord your God to do what He tell you to do, then these curses are going to follow you. Jump to 47.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness, with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So they didn't want to serve the Lord. So what did the Lord say? Therefore shall what?
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
In hunger. He said, you're going to serve your enemies, which the Lord is going to send them to you in hunger. So we as a people, who do we go to eat? Do we go to our own people? So we go when we want to get food, we go to Food Lion, we go to Harris Teeter. But do us as a people own that? We don't own it. So who the Lord called us? Therefore shall you serve your enemy in what?
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst.
And in thirst, meaning food and water, something to drink. Because we as a people, we don't make that on our own. We go to the other nations. Do we as a people own this store right here? Who owns this store? Is it our own people that own this store? You see what I'm saying? And this is a black community. You see what I'm saying? But we don't own nothing.
That's right.
Because the Lord got curses on us because we broke his laws. That's the point we making. That the Lord has put curses on us because we didn't follow his law. Our forefathers did not follow God's law, and we bear their iniquity, their sin. We had to go through the curses. Read.
And the nakedness.
And the nakedness, clothing. We don't make these clothing. We have to go to our enemies, the Lord said. Read. This is a point right here. Come on, somebody hold the sign. And it's the point right here. Read on.
And in one of all things.
So he said, in one of all things, you got to go to your enemies. So if you want a driver's license, you want to bury your dead, you want to give birth, can we do that on our own? So read that part again, and one of what?
And in one of all things.
For all things, the Lord said you're going to have to go to him. Read. He's going to tell you who he is. Watch the Lord tell you who this person is. Read.
And he.
And who?
And he shall put a yoke of iron.
He shall put what?
A yoke of iron.
He shall put a yoke of iron. You see these yokes of iron? He said, and he shall put a yoke of iron
upon thy neck.
Upon our necks. Read.
Until he hath destroyed thee.
Until he what?
Until he hath destroyed thee.
Now we don't even know who we are. We call ourselves African American. We call ourselves black. We follow the religion of Christianity when they beat it into us. And we know that. We even know that they beat Christianity into us. We know we didn't follow Christianity before we came over here into America.
That's right.
But we still follow it. Read that part again. Until he what?
Until he hath destroyed thee.
Let's show you how we are destroyed people. Because the Lord allowed us to be destroyed because we didn't follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. But it ain't over with yet. But the Lord still gonna redeem us. The Lord still gonna redeem us. How you doing, sis? What's your name? Jasmine, how you doing, Jasmine? What we doing? We showing that we the people of the book, of the Bible. Y'all, can y'all figure out a little bit more?
No.
Okay, all praise. Okay. Give me that. I appreciate y'all. So you got any questions?
Yeah, really, my question is this: if you're an Israelite, you're supposed to come up from Torah, which is the law. The Bible,
we in the first 5 books.
But look at it from there. The Bible's so watered down. You have the aesthetic with Coptic Christians, which are in Ethiopia, which are pure form. Okay. You go down to 66 books, which is watered down. You had the slave Bible.
What's the slave Bible?
They had a version of the slave Bible where they cut out versions of the 66 to have us abide to that they can only talk to and then have insurrection against.
I mean, you got to help me out. Slave Bible.
It's written up. You can look it up. That's where Nat Turner had to preach from. The black preachers. They couldn't.
No, I think what Nat Turner had with this book right here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody bring that 1611 up here.
Yeah, they cut the 1611.
Who got that 1611? Matter of fact, here. Let's read from the 1611.
Bring it out. 1611
Come on, put that down. Let's read from that. Put both of them down. Let's read from that 1611.
It's the Geneva Bible.
It's the same thing.
That's right.
The same thing that's in that book right there is in here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Watered down and changed.
What's watered down the chain? You can tell me though. You just saying it though. Give me the scripture.
The Council of Nicaea, 326.
But did you know those Israelites?
That's right.
Did you know those black people?
Right.
Did you know that?
Nicaea was Catholic whites.
No. White people they was on the bottom in it during that time.
That's right.
That's what you gotta realize.
Right.
Black people ruled Europe for 1,000 years. During that time, you had to follow Rome. You had to follow Rome. So the Council of Nicaea was wicked of our own people.
That's right.
That's the Council of Nicaea that was going against the Bible. That's why the Lord came and had us taken from Europe and west coast of Africa and slave ships over here because we were wicked as hell.
That's in Deuteronomy.
Yeah, that is in Deuteronomy. But the point I'm making is the Council of Nicaea was not white people. It was wicked black people. Like we have wicked black people today.
That's right. Council of Nicaea.
No, it was not white people.
That's right.
Because white people failed during this time. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah.
You got to do your research, brother.
But the Israelite, which comes from Abraham himself. Abraham himself wasn't a Christian. He wasn't a Jew. He was a follower, and that was his
you know what a Christian is?
A follower.
Because you see, you can't have a Christian because Christ hadn't came around then. Christ was an Israelite.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? The followers of Christ because he was the Messiah. He was the one that was coming. We're gonna read this and we're gonna go to Matthew 1:21 here. I'm gonna show you about Christ.
Christ went to a synagogue.
Okay, what is that? You spewing stuff, but you're not making sense. What are you trying to say?
You can't come from a Bible if you went to a synagogue because the Bible didn't exist.
The book of Luke, chapter 4, verse 16. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as his custom was.
He said, read that part again.
And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up.
He was brought up in Nazareth. Read.
And his custom was, he went into the synagogue.
Christ did what?
He went into the synagogue.
Yes, word.
On the Sabbath day.
On the what?
On the Sabbath day.
No, on Sunday.
On the Sabbath day.
Christ went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day.
That's
so
right.
you say Christ didn't go in the synagogue.
I said Christ went to a synagogue. He didn't go to a church.
So what are you saying?
They didn't have a Bible out there.
Read verse 17.
You read.
Read up. Read.
And stood up for to read. And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah. And when he
You know who Isaiah is?
Read out.
Isaiah. You said so you read the Bible.
Read out.
Bring it out, right? That's Old Testament, right?
Yeah.
That's the law. That's the Torah.
No. The Torah is the first 5 books.
That's right.
The Old Testament is the law.
No. The Torah is the first 5 books.
That's right.
The Isaiah is the prophet.
That's right.
That's right.
You know?
So you see what I'm saying? So they didn't have the New Testament back then, so they had every other book outside of that.
That's right.
You understand? Meaning the Apocrypha and the old prophets and the Torah.
That's
what
right.
you're saying. So what's your point though?
I'm a grand dude, but you know we're Israelite, but Israelites didn't come.
Hold that. Jay,
You can cut it down like
let me see if you keep this off. Leviticus 21:5 and Numbers 15 and 38.
Read out up.
Come on. Read that. Watch this. Do you keep this off?
the book of Leviticus, chapter 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corners of their beard.
You shave your beard, I can tell. Give me that. Give me that proverb. 28:1. Give me that. You shave off your beard. But watch this though. Let me show you about you. You just come and spewing this nonsense. But you ain't about change. You just coming against the prophet. Read that.
That's right.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 1. The wicked flee.
The what?
The wicked flee when no man pursueth.
The wicked flee when no man pursueth.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is